Tumblestone! This is a new puzzle game, and to that I say, ugh, I can't stand puzzle games. Let me be clear, I like matching games like Columns or Bejeweled. And as much as this might look like that, it's not one of those. There's a very specific way to beat each of the levels, so it's a lot of trial and error. The main reason I do not like these puzzle type games is that I suck at them. I was able to get to World 2, and there's like 9 of these worlds in this game. So because of that, this is a snap judgment review. I really wanted to get far in this game, but there just became a point that I just couldn't beat a level. And since there's very limited skips in this game, I hit a wall. Worse yet, at the midpoint sections, they have you figure out multiple puzzles within a time limit. But I'm getting ahead of myself here. Tumblestone is the story of a queen with a freakish body. She almost looks like a descendant of Rayman, who finds these stones around her and looks for some reason why they're there, I guess. The story was odd and confusing. I hear the game takes like 30 hours to beat, so I'm hoping this odd story becomes clarified later on. I couldn't really follow it in the little amount I could get through it. The whole gimmick seems to be that you need to get rid of these stones. You have to get 3 in a row and select 3 of the same color. There might be multiple versions of the same color, but you need to think ahead to uncover the right blocks above it. And it gets way more complicated in each world. You travel on a generic map from point to point, getting to what I would call mini boss points, where you have to do multiple puzzles to beat that point on the map. The one problem with this section is that one mistake is you have to start right back at the beginning again. So if there are 4 puzzles to beat, it's really annoying because you have to start back at the first puzzle just because you hit the wrong color. Oh, and that's the other problem. You can't undo a selection. If you're careless, you might select a color that you're not able to play in that moment, but you can't unselect it. Or at least I could never figure out how to. You would lose a puzzle due to a slip of a button press. If you want to reset the puzzle back to the beginning, it's as simple as pressing the B button. There is no confirmation, so you're going to need to be very careful and not to hit that button. And you're going to be near that button a lot since you're using the A button, which is right next to it, to select the blocks. There is a multiplayer mode where you and 3 other people can play the game. I think this had an online mode as well, but I never could find anyone to play with me, so I couldn't actually verify that. Luckily, you can set bots to play against you. It's just randomized puzzles, and the first person to solve 5 puzzles wins. There is an arcade mode, which is basically a forever mode, which has you solving one long puzzle. And one mode where it keeps moving downwards, so you need to get rid of the blocks before it hits the bottom. Tumblestone was interesting. There's plenty of gameplay to it, I'm sure. I'm just too bad at these types of games to really explore it too much. Multiplayer could be fun for parties. And the fact that you can put in computer players with varying difficulty, as well as human players as well, makes this very replayable. They're currently asking $24.99, and there is a lot of gameplay here. But it is basically the same thing over and over again with just different gimmicks. It's not a bad game though, but I would still wait for it to go on sale.